Hey, 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 Uncle Mark, 3-string, cigar box guitar. Yeah. So this is going down south. RL Burnside. Gary Burnside does a great version of this, and a lot of this is I gleaned from that. So a lot of this lesson comes from both those guys, father and son. A couple of housekeeping things. We've got temporary tattoos, super fun. They're 5 for $5 US, 5 for $6 overseas, anywhere that's not the US. We also have songbooks. This is the first one. I have not gotten my second one yet, but you go through and learn to sing and play and work your way up to more complicated songs to sing and play. That's always been the way it is, and it will continue to be that way. But I know that you can do it. Learning to sing and play is hard, it's fun, it's amazing, it's one of the greatest challenges, and once you get it, no one can ever take it away. And when I was growing up and learning how to play, songbooks were the key, and so that's why Tess and I made the songbook. So, here we go. Going down south, RL Burnside. Bad out there, you know. I'm going where you go. I'm going where you live. I'm going where you go. I'm going where you live. Right. It's actually a simple riff, so I'm going to put the slide down, and let's just kind of work on what we've got going on. So, G, D, G, 42, 34, 24, those are my gauges. These are electric wound guitar strings, and like I said, 42, 34, 24 are gauges, and they, to me, are the best gauges for these types of instruments in open G tuning. There's many reasons for that. I am playing through a Roland Mini Cube, and I'll show you those settings at the end of the video. This riff revolves around a chord shape. Now, we all know that G, G sharp A, B flat B, C, C sharp D, D sharp E is up here on the 9th fret. But there is an E chord that is an inversion of this, and inversion is just a fancy musician way of saying a different type of shape. So as opposed to a bar chord, 9, 9, 9, we are going to do 4, 2, 4. So I want you to start out looking at how this shape operates, because this is where you are going to live. 4, 2, 4. And if it's hard to get your fingers apart, aim always for the middle of the fret. And if you don't quite make it, and if you hog the bottom or you press towards the top, just aim for the middle. Aim for the middle. What I do is I start out on the D string, and I go to that 2nd fret right there, and I stand on top of that 2nd fret. That's an E note. Then I make this one. Then I make this one. And that's my way of doing this. You can also do this. And both have qualities that you may need in the future. My default setting is 3rd finger, 4th fret, 1st finger, 2nd fret, pinky. But if this is your default setting, that's fine too. we are going to be using. And so this is kind of how you're going to use this shape. You are not going to use that open string anymore or that 4 anymore. You're just going to use these 3. How I work around not using strings. Okay, 1, 2. I'm not hitting that one. So if you take apart your guitar, you see that you have 2 bass strings, basically, and 2 treble strings. Being that the D, along with that low G, work as one, and then these 2 work as the higher. So bass, treble. And this is my way of thinking. Bass, bass. Now, with my experience, I can hit those 2 in isolation. A lot of people can't. Hang on with your fingers. That way you're muting right there. See, I'm hanging on with my finger. When I was an electric guitar player and I played in rock bands and was a soloist, you know, I only played to play the solos, I sometimes would hang on to that string right, that high string, and play my solo because I'm kind of hanging on for life. And so I got kind of used to it. And it's handy when you're only playing these 2 strings. You can hang on to it. So that's a help. So you can hang on to that if you like, and then work around that, or just don't hit it. But this riff requires you to do that in some fashion. So you're going to start here on your low G string on this A note. And you're going to come up to 4, just like the chord. Open D and E. And for the start of this, I really want you to just remember, I am using left hand muting to mute that high G string. So however you do it, you could do it down here. You could do it up here. See, I'm muting it there. However you do this, it's fine. So the idea is to get to that note. That's that low E sound, that guys use in open E tunings. But we're not in open E, and we don't need to be. Okay? I don't change the tunings on my guitar to work songs. I work the songs. So that's how I play it. So now we're at the riff point. So A, B hammer on, D, then B, E. Now, in reality, I'm playing an E minor. But when I take this string away, it's now an E chord. It's a 2 chord. It's a 2-note chord, and those are called dyads, as opposed to a triad, which means 3-note chord. This is a dyad. It's a 2-note chord. Just as valuable, just as fun, just as cool. So you're going to have to just get used to this. And I think you all can get this. This isn't as difficult as it looks. This is where it gets tricky. So I've always put my slide on my pinky, but I'm equally good on this finger. Now, it depends on the way your fingers work for you. Okay? If you're on the pinky, you're good. If you're on this third finger, your pinky's going to have to play this note. So what you're doing is replacing that E note with this 9th fret slide. Okay? And that's right there, and you see that dot, and that lets you know where it's at. So and that's what I did in this song. I'm much more comfortable now with it on my pinky. The little jam I do is 9, 12. Now, something I saw when I was watching Gary Burnside's version of this, he did something I thought was very cool. So he's doing so he's actually using the notes for the lyric section. So I think that is extremely cool, and I almost did it that way because I was having trouble navigating how to sing it and play the riff at the same time. So I almost went in that direction, and that's a good direction to go. If you're having trouble singing and playing this, it's really hard, really hard. So if you're having trouble with that and you want to sing and play, that's a great way to do it. Just remember, we have tattoos. They're great. They're very cool. I love mine. And we have songbooks. The way to learn to sing and play is to open up a song and learn to sing and play. It is that simple. It is difficult at first, but I know you can do it. And I told you I'd show you my settings here. These are the settings on my cube. I am straight up and down on the gain. I am at the Brit Combo, which is my normal go-to setting. My tone is straight up, and I got a little bit of reverb. Gives you an idea of where I'm at and what I'm doing. I really love this tune. I could play this lick all day long. I really like playing it with the full chord, but when I put my slide on, I have trouble making that full chord. Maybe you have an easier way of doing it. We still have t-shirts. We got lots of cool stuff. So really thank you so much for everything that you do for me. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon.